This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Time for a Pepsi. Because we got a lot to get through. Of course, you know what? This whole training camp thing, my goodness, somehow we went from absolutely nothing to talk about, right? We were scraping the bottom of the barrel for some subjects at some times. And here we are. Absolutely hammered by news. There's no other way to put it. We are absolutely hammered by the Oilers news at this point. I mean, it's been a crazy Monday. It's been an even crazier Tuesday in some aspects. So the big news we have to get to, let me open up Twitter here and let me get you the details because we are getting going 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time on July 28th. Oh yes, sirree. We are underway and ready to go with a big old Battle of Alberta to get us warmed up for the battle against the Blackhawks in the play-in round. Now, the best part of this, right? We thought we were done with the Battle of Alberta for the rest of the year. We get that last one in there. That's good. That's solid. Problem is, this being news item number one and needing the most talked about it, this is going to suck, all right? All right, that's the hard part. We are going to get hyped up for a Battle of Alberta, and I'm going to tell you right now, you've read all about it, you know all about it, don't get hyped up. Don't even waste your breath. Don't even waste your thoughts. Because it's an exhibition game after, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 months off? Yeah. So 2.5 weeks of training camp, or 2 weeks of training camp, and that's what you're expecting to get you primed back up for an exhibition game against the Flames. And I mean, to equate this to anything, it's going to be probably a lesser version of the rookies games we see. Now, obviously, probably same level of hockey on par, or closer to a preseason game, but the festivities, right? The fights, the hits, that'll all be toned down, I'm sure, unless both teams really go out there with the mission statement of, if I hurt them more than they hurt me, they can't hurt me more than I hurt them later on. That's the only thing I could see that would make this whole preseason, pre-playoff game exciting. But at the same rate, I can tell you, it's going to be the most boring game you have watched of the year. Guess what? Guess what? If I tell you it's the most boring, game is the key word there. It's a hockey game. A, it's in July. B, after a 4-month layoff. C, in the middle of COVID season. Let's go. What more can you ask for? I mean, I'm pretty hyped up. I was making supper, listening to the Jays game, watching the bits and parts when I wasn't throwing stuff in the pellet. But man, the Jays are live televising inter-squad games on TV. Okay, that's ridiculous. We would never even think of watching something like that. But here we are watching that in the middle of July in substitute of what would be the heart of summer for the MLB season. But welcome to it. Right? Absolutely. So, you know what? In all, it's going to be a boring, probably terrible hockey game against the Flames, July 28th at 8:30 p.m. But does that mean that we're going to be any less excited to watch our Edmonton Oilers play a hockey game? Probably 99% absolutely not. All right? There's going to be, and there always is. This is the beautiful thing about having done Dolynny TV for 2 years, is no matter how unanimous the support for something is, there's always that one guy out there, or one lady, or two people, or three people that goes the other way on the issue. And it's like, I don't know how, man. I was over there, now I'm over here, and now everyone's back over there. Mental gymnastics, but right, that's the beautiful part about all being Oilers fans, being NHL fans, being fans of something, is we all come at it through our own unique perspectives, and that shapes the view we have on what we see before us. And I mean, honestly, end of the day, all I care is I get a live stream, a real, never before seen hockey game on Dolynny TV in the middle of July, end of July, late July, live with you guys. That's the cool part, right? I get to get back to the routine, get back to what I was kind of taken away from, as we all were when COVID shut down the NHL on March 12th. So, news item number 2. Let's get to some tweets from Jack Michaels, shall we? That'll be where we jump off onto the Oilers news of the day. This practice note coming from Jack Michaels. Everything I'm reading from Jack Michaels is available publicly on his Twitter profile. Last 2 days, Koskinen looks a lot like the guy who stopped 142 of 147 shots over his last 4 appearances. Prior to the pause, he was 6th with a .917 save percentage among goalies who played at least half a season, 35 plus appearances. Now you get through Jack Michaels retweeting the Times. Yes, the Times again officially now. Game 1, August 1st against the Blackhawks, 1 p.m. Mountain start. Ooh, it's going to be a good time. Game 2, August 3rd, 8:30 p.m. That's going to suck, all right? It's playoff hockey. It's not going to suck. I'm going to be all excited for it. Problem is, you're going to be able to fall asleep after? Probably not. You'll probably be watching the game review, and I'll probably be sleeping, hopefully, but my heart will be doing that. And I have to work at 8 a.m. in the morning. I bet. Anyway. And then game 3, same thing. It's on a Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Mountain, and I got to work at 8 the next morning. Well, here's the fun and dandy thing. I'm missing ball season during that, but welcome to it, I guess, right? If I'm going to tell you welcome to it, Tyson, suck it up. Welcome to it. Let's get going, bud. And that's what we're going to do. So here we go. Let's get to Bob Stauffer's Oilers news of the day that you need to know. And we'll discuss what Stauffer had to say today. He retweeted that. And one thing to notice in the Oilers practice today. The Oilers are way faster, quicker than they were back in the fall. The additions of Athanasiou, Ennis, Yamamoto have changed the complexion and makeup of the team. And here we go. Everybody just likes to forget about this guy. But man, he is going to be the playoff X factor if he gets to play the majority of the playoffs. Joakim Nygard also is back to 100% and was, quote unquote, flying today. Yes, I prefer Joakim Nygard in the lineup over some other guys. Don't kid yourself there. All right. So, that covers Bob Stauffer and Jack Michaels. Now, the other side here is, of course, another favorite reporter of the Oilers that I love to use for Dolynny TV stuff is, of course, Jason Gregor. And what you need to know from Jason Gregor today is obviously he has the NHL exhibition games schedule, pre-playoff games, whatever you want to call them, and he tweets it out, and it's a full slate of games. What you need to know, July 28th when we play, it starts off 2 in the afternoon on Tuesday, July 28th. I mean, unless I'm missing something and there's some national holiday in the States, July 28th at 2 p.m., thank goodness they have Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia as the opening game for that, or nobody would be watching that. Now, then, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, they have Toronto versus Montreal. Now, yes, okay, maybe backtrack a little bit here. Tyson, you know why Pittsburgh and Philly are playing so early? Because you got to have Toronto and Montreal in prime time, right? Well, duh, obviously, right? That's case in point, done, cooked. Toronto and Montreal, your prime time game. Now, you've got Edmonton, Calgary, Battle of Alberta, baby. Let's go for that 8:30 p.m. start. And guess what? I got to work on Wednesday. And that one, like, back to our top story, just to go full circle here, is that stream's going to be tough, all right? I am going to have a tough time streaming that one because I will have just finished up a week of wedding stuff up in Cold Lake. I have no clue how in tune I'm going to be with the Oilers stuff. I know I'm spending a full afternoon live streaming a wedding off a cell service out in the middle of nowhere east of Cold Lake and Cherry Grove, so that's going to be fun, but going to be interesting, right? You know what? We're all going to have to make sacrifices, but I think the other line to live by, if it ain't we skate for Colby this playoff season, is welcome to it. We're going to have fun, guys. You know what? I can play down this game. I can play down the whole thing about being tired and all that. I can play it up, play it down, however you want to say it, but We're going to have so much fun, it's not even going to be funny. All right, playoffs in August, September, into October. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Oilers. I'm Tyson, this Dolynny TV. I will catch you in the next one.